Africa is a land rich in culture, strength, and resilience. Yet, across its vast landscape, there are many who are still searching for hope, healing, and truth. In many communities, people are not turning away from the gospel because they do not want it, but because life has placed heavy burdens on their bodies and mind. When a person is sick or struggling to survive, it becomes difficult to focus on spiritual matters. Before the heart can fully receive, the body often needs relief. And that reality calls for a different approach, one that begins with compassion and moves towards transformation. The Africa Miracle Mission is a movement of Nigerian preachers committed to training, equipping, and empowering Africans to evangelize Africa. This mission is built on the belief that the most effective way to reach a people is through those who understand their language, culture, and daily realities. Rather than relying on outside voices alone, the mission focuses on raising leaders from within communities, individuals who can carry the message of the New Testament gospel with clarity, credibility, and conviction. It is a model of evangelism that grows from the inside out, rooted in relationships and sustained by shared experience. The foundation of this work comes from the example of Jesus Christ, whose ministry consistently demonstrated care for both physical and spiritual needs. He healed the sick, fed the hungry, and comforted the broken before calling them to deeper truth. This mission follows that same pattern, recognizing that people are more open to listen when they experience genuine care. There is a simple truth that guides this work, that people do not respond to how much we know until they see how much we care. By addressing immediate physical needs, doors are open for meaningful spiritual conversations that can lead to lasting change. Each outreach effort brings together indigenous preachers, healthcare professionals, and church leaders who spend weeks serving communities side by side. Medical outreach provides care for those who may not otherwise have access, while food distribution meets urgent needs and builds trust. At the same time, evangelism campaigns are conducted using the fulfill disciple method, allowing the message of the gospel to spread in a structured and sustainable way. These efforts lead not only to conversions, but also to the planting of new churches where believers can continue to grow in faith and community. The work does not end when the outreach team leaves. Every new believer represents a beginning, not a conclusion. Every planted church requires ongoing guidance and support. Resources are provided to strengthen these communities, helping them develop into mature and self sustaining congregations. The goal is not simply to create moments of impact, but to build lasting structures of faith that continue to influence their communities long into the future. Recognizing the vastness of Nigeria and the challenge of reaching every community in person, the mission expanded its effort through Truth and Life Radio, a 24-hour Christian radio station based in Abuja. Through this platform, the message of hope travels beyond physical boundaries, reaching people in their homes, in their cars, and even during moments when electricity is unreliable. The station provides uplifting music, biblical teaching, and thoughtful discussions on everyday issues, offering encouragement and truth to listeners at any hour of the day. To support the long-term sustainability of the mission, a guest house was established next to the radio station known as Truth and Life Villa. This space serves missionaries traveling from different parts of the world, as well as those working locally. Every stay contributes directly to funding the radio station and supporting ongoing outreach efforts. In this way, hospitality becomes more than service. It becomes a vital part of the mission itself, creating a continuous cycle of support and impact. As more churches are established, the need for trained and supported leaders continue to grow. To address this need, plans are underway to develop a Bible and skill training academy inspired by the example of Paul the Apostle, who supported himself through his work while preaching the gospel. This academy will provide 2 years of training not only in biblical knowledge and preaching, but also in practical skills such as fashion design, software programming, electrical and solar installation, auto mechanics, catering, and technology repair. The goal is to equip individuals to save both spiritually and practically, allowing them to sustain themselves while continuing the work of ministry. The impact of this work is seen in lives that are changed, in communities that are strengthened, and in hope that is restored. When care is extended and truth is shared, transformation follows. Individuals find healing not only in their bodies, but also in their hearts, and communities begin to reflect the light of the gospel in tangible ways. What begins as a simple act of compassion grows into a lasting legacy of faith and service. This mission is an invitation to be part of something meaningful and lasting. There are many ways to join, whether by going, by supporting, or by partnering in prayer and resources. The vision is clear that Africa will be rich as Africans are empowered, and that the message of the gospel will continue to spread as love leads the way. The Africa Miracle Mission welcomes all who are willing to serve, to care, and to share in the work of hope and transformation. Thank you, and God bless you.